This is After Ian. While $1 billion is slated for low to moderate income communities, the people in those communities have less faith in the system, especially a year after Hurricane Ian. Bryant Monteilh has this from Dunbar and Harlem Heights.
Many residents have called the neighborhood of Harlem Heights home for a long time. But when Hurricane Ian tore through this area, bringing wind, rain, and a storm surge, the flooding devastated homes and changed the face of a closely knit community.
I was scared, but somehow I knew we'd make it. It was difficult, and it still is, because, excuse me, I never thought in my lifetime that I'd see something like that. But we made it out. It was the two of us and 6 animals.
So everything was paneled up, but the back door wasn't. So I poked my head out the window and the generator was underwater, the cars were underwater.
The storm surge continued to rise and make its way inside. Joanne Acevedo told her mom, Luz,
I'm like, Mom, we need to come up with a plan and we need to come up with one now. She says, why don't you just go, Joanne? I'm like, first of all, Mom, my car's underwater. Second of all, I'm not leaving you in here by yourself. So I started thinking of anything and everything. I started cutting a hole in the ceiling.
So she took the doors off the refrigerator when the water started coming in. There were some guys coming around in a rowboat. When the guys came, they got me in the rowboat and she floated the animals out in the refrigerator.
I honestly didn't think we were gonna make it. I honestly didn't think we were gonna make it because I've never been that scared.
Luz Acevedo bought her home back in 1976, and what made this house a home for the past 47 years was destroyed in a matter of hours. Federal agencies like FEMA, the SBA, as well as the Red Cross came to help those in need. However, a number of people we spoke with from the Harlem Heights and the Dunbar community say they did not and still have not received much, if any, assistance to help rebuild and replace what was lost. James Muwakil with the Lee County NAACP shares what people have shared with him when it comes to receiving financial help from the state and the federal government agencies.
They didn't help me, or they didn't give me enough help. But the Hispanics would say to you, they got no help. We began to notice that nobody was going into the Hispanic community, man. No hot meals was going in there. No resources was going in there. None whatsoever.
Earl Barnes is an associate pastor, a longtime resident of Fort Myers, and owns a small business in the Dunbar area.
In the Harlem Heights area, they got hit real bad. And you probably can still go out there and see a lot of the damage that was done. And to me, that's unethical at this time, as long as it's been, that should have been cleaned up. You still got trucks driving around picking trash up. Thousands and thousands and millions of dollars being spent, but not on the people that actually need help.
Muwakil says he has consistently seen how systems in place often disqualify those who really need the help.
You see, they fight to not help you. And that is what's scary, is that they did not fight to help the black and brown community. They fought tooth and nail to not help you if they didn't like who was sitting in front of them.
For Luz Acevedo, FEMA at first denied her because she had insurance, but later came back and gave about $2,000 towards living expenses. Luz Acevedo has had the same insurance for over 20 years.
Right now, it's just a struggle trying to get the insurance companies, to take care of what they're supposed to take care of, because, of course, they're just interested in money. They really don't care. And these people, these volunteers have been very, very wonderful, trying to do as much as they can for all of us.
The work being done on the home has been paid for mainly out of pocket, little by little. Often, recovery takes time, patience, and a whole lot of faith. Joanne says she remains lighthearted, keeping in mind what matters most.
I feel we've been blessed either way. You know, with the volunteers, the help, you know, it could have been a lot worse. Like I say, I could have lost my mom in the hurricane because we could have lost a lot more than what we did. But it is what it is.
There are many more stories and more of holding our community leaders accountable as we rebuild after Hurricane Ian.
Please stay with WGCU as we continue to gather the news and present it at WGCU.org, on WGCU FM, and right here on WGCU PBS.
We want to say thank you to all for helping us tell the stories of Hurricane Ian.